New tonight at 11. Right now, Wellsburg family needs your help finding their lost pet cow. Beefer is a 400-pound, 7-month-old calf that has not been seen for nearly a month. He is all black and is described as having big front knees with 2 lumps on the back of his neck. He's been missing from Jeff Keller's farm since February 9th. And if you have information that might lead to reuniting this pet with his family, please call Jeff Keller at 607-207-7621. When you're at the beach, you might expect seashells or fish to wash on shore. But what about $500,000 worth of cocaine? This is what one beachgoer found at a Panama, Florida beach yesterday morning. A post by the Walton County Sheriff's Office stated that 25 bricks of coke were confiscated to be used as evidence. Interestingly, all the bricks were marked with the character Yosemite Sam from Looney Tunes, or as some call him, Yosemite Sam. New tonight at 11, Kristie Noem has been fired. The former Department of Homeland Security Secretary was relieved of her duty earlier today by President Donald Trump. This comes just one day after being humiliated by members of Congress in a hearing discussing her handling of the ICE shootings in Minnesota, among other things. President Trump's nominee for Noem's replacement is the no-nonsense senator from Oklahoma, Mark Wayne Mullen. And yes, the great PA Farm Show continues, and today the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture was there. But like almost everything in this country, it turned into a political blame game. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro blames PA farmer headaches on Trump tariffs. AG Secretary Brooke Rollins blames it on Joe Biden. And Dennis Owens tries to make sense of it all. A New York man was arrested outside a Pennsylvania Walmart after reports of a man huffing aerosol spray outside of that building. According to the Athens Township Police Department, 29-year-old Taylor Barl was arrested after reports of a person huffing cans of duster sprays outside of a Walmart. Police arrived at the scene and say Barl sitting against the building where he denied huffing cans. When he asked to stand, he could barely do so, and he could not complete sentences. He then admitted to huffing cans, and then he was arrested. Barl is charged with releasing toxic substances and 2 citations. He is currently being held at the Bradford County Correctional Facility on $50,000 bail. And finally tonight on 18 News at 5:30, if you want more of Paris Hilton, she now has a brand new animated kids series. Paris and Pups premiered on YouTube yesterday. It's based on Hilton's real-life pets and focuses on 5 dogs living in a penthouse with a young girl, also named Paris. Hilton says her 2 young children inspired her to make a show that would spread kind messages. New episodes of Paris and Pups will release weekly. And finally tonight on 18 News at 5:30, last night we showed you a robot that can bust a move on the dance floor. But this one, not so much. Russia recently unveiled a humanoid robot that collapsed on stage. There it goes. Once it went down, staff members ran up to it to keep it from being seen by journalists and other guests. The CEO of the company that created the robot said it had been tested under several different conditions. He believes the fall may have been due to a malfunction or a lighting problem. And finally on Newsnight, the New York State Fair has announced some new layers to its music this year. A Shrek rave. That's right, this immersive Shrekno experience will be part of the fair. It will feature 360-degree projection light shows and animations of characters from the movies. This Shrek rave will take place at Chevy Court on Friday, September 4th at 9 p.m. And Santa is coming to breakfast in Southport on Saturday. The Southport Volunteer Fire Department is inviting people to a festive morning of pancakes, sausage, and eggs with Father Christmas on Saturday, December 6th. It's happening from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the fire department located at 1001 Carl Street in Southport. The event is $5 to attend, and proceeds will support the fire department. Southport Volunteer Fire Department asked that people bring their own cameras to take pictures with Santa. Pam Bondi has been fired, or removed, or reassigned, or whatever you want to call it. She is not the U.S. Attorney General anymore. Highlights of Bondi's stint as head of the Justice Department include firings of career employees and investigations into people that President Trump viewed as his enemies. The president has named Todd Blanche as acting Attorney General. Blanche is one of Donald Trump's former personal lawyers. Newsnight 11, a man from Groversville, New York, has been arrested after officials say he was, once again, caught huffing duster cans in a public setting in Bradford County. According to Sayre Police, 29-year-old Taylor R. Burrell was arrested for disorderly conduct, creating a physically offensive or hazardous offense, and public drunkenness or similar misconduct. Police were called to the Sayre Public Library on March 19th for a report of a person, later identified as Burrell, sitting outside on a bench, huffing a can of duster and vomiting. After having what police described as a seizure of some sort, he was evaluated by EMS and then taken to the Sayre Borough Police Department for processing, and then placed in the Bradford County Jail on $25,000 bail. Burrell is scheduled to appear in court for a preliminary hearing on the charges on Tuesday, March 24th, and Burrell had a similar huffing arrest outside of a Walmart in Athens, PA, about a month ago. A Corning woman is facing several felony charges after she was pulled over by state troopers. According to New York State Police, 40-year-old Kellie Kelly was arrested when police pulled over a car swerving across the road in Bath. Troopers say Kelly gave a false ID. After they identified Kelly, troopers say they found that she had a suspended driver's license and had several warrants out for her arrest. Troopers also say they found meth, a weapon they described as an assault rifle, 2 large-capacity magazines, and ammunition. And she is now charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance, criminal possession of a weapon, 2 counts of criminal possession of illegal magazines for that weapon, and tampering with evidence, all of which are felonies. And she is currently in the Binghamton County Jail. And now a very important announcement to our loyal WETM viewers. We want to make you aware of a programming change involving the game show Jeopardy! It usually airs on WETM weeknights at 7, and when it doesn't, you always make sure we know every single time. So Jeopardy! Will not air at 7 tomorrow or Friday. Instead, it will air at 1:37 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. That's the time when this show, 18 News at 11, usually rebroadcasts. So you might have to set your DVR to record Jeopardy! If you still have a DVR. Because the Buffalo Bills are in the NFL playoffs, we will air Bills Kickoff Live at 7 p.m. tomorrow and Friday instead. Jeopardy! Returns to its regular schedule on Monday. And more than 250 roosters and hens have been taken from a Virginia home during an investigation into possible cockfighting. On Monday, police carried out a search at a house that they think has been breeding roosters and sending them across the country to participate in cockfighting. Many of the birds were missing patches of feathers and had their spurs cut. The latter is a common sign of cockfighting. They currently are being kept in a facility.
We'll say that the physical conditions of the birds were in overall good condition. I mean, we got to keep in mind that they're raising these birds for fighting, for monetary profit.
In Virginia, it's a felony to carry out cockfighting, and it's also a federal crime to ship birds over state lines to have them participate in cockfights. ABC has suspended Jimmy Kimmel's late-night talk show for the foreseeable future, following comments he made about Charlie Kirk's death. The network's decision comes as our parent company, Nexstar, announced its ABC affiliates would preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely over his comments. President Trump reacted to the move on Truth Social, saying, quote, "Great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel show is canceled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done." Trump goes on to say that NBC late-night hosts Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers are, quote, 2 total losers. Still to come on 18 News at 11, it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and we'll learn about the art at the Corning Museum of Glass done by 2 brothers meant to honor their Hispanic heritage. But first, here's 18 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Rhonda Lee.